Okay, so this is my sample presentation that students would create in groups after a lesson on renewable and non-renewable resources. I wanted to relate it to Michigan because I want students to see a topic that's meaningful to them and something that could potentially impact their lives. So let's get right into it. So first, I have a brief introduction on renewable resources within Michigan. They're your standard wind, sun, fertile soil, and water, which are all renewable resources. These are resources that are used as an energy source one way or another to provide power or to provide more resources for us. If you look at the picture in the bottom right hand corner, you can see a picture of a wind turbine. So those modern windmills are over 200 feet tall and are powered by wind, which is a renewable resource, to provide us with electricity. We have wind farms in Michigan, which are areas where there's a lot of those wind turbines. If you drive west across the state, say to Ludington or Manistee, you can see wind farms as you go. So the Great Lakes. Michigan is surrounded by 4 out of the 5 Great Lakes. We have Lake Michigan, Lake Superior, Lake Erie, and Lake Huron. Lake Ontario is just a little east of us. Each lake is a very valuable resource and contains a lot of valuable resources: food, minerals, the water itself. However, pollution is here and ruining a lot of these resources. So we all know about the resources that the Great Lakes provide, and a lot of other outsiders are starting to realize them too. For example, companies have begun fracking on the shores of the Great Lakes because they aren't allowed to frack in the water. Fracking is hydraulic fracturing of the rock deep within the earth as a way to extract natural gas. And the extraction is what's being extracted is natural gas through high pressured mixture of water, sand, and chemicals. So how does that affect us, and is that bad? It is bad because that high pressure mixture that fracking companies use contains chemicals that, when it's being flushed back out into the water and into the soil, it's contaminating and polluting it. So the water is getting polluted, the soil is getting polluted, fish in the water are getting polluted, and it's not good for any of the resources. The fertile soil loses nutrients, and the fish get sick, and these inshore fracking companies don't seem to mind. Companies are clearing out forests for their buildings, which is also how more fertile soil, a renewable resource, is being destroyed as well. You can see more about fracking in Michigan by the URL provided at the bottom of your screen. In the previous slide, there's also a URL or a hyperlink provided for more information on fracking in general. So what can we do about a situation like this? We can take a stand. You can join an organization, whether you make it on your own at, like, say, a school or a local community center, or you join a larger state group. Either way, you stand up and you let your voice be heard. You appeal to judges and legislature, eventually vote so that the Great Lakes can be saved from pollution and our renewable resources don't have to be turned into non-renewable ones. So this is a sample of the presentation of something that a group of students would do after my lesson. Now that you've seen my sample, go back on your own research and your own presentation.